What's up, Black people? Welcome to Yemimah's World, the Djelimusa Cafe. I am your hostess, Yemimah. And again, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is a Monday evening. It's nice and warm here. Actually, it's hot this evening. And what is on the menu of the Djelimusa Cafe? Let's see. Well, before we get started, let me do this. Today is my grandmother's birthday. She sits among the ancestors. She has been an ancestor since 1987. She transitioned about 3 weeks before my wedding. And I just want to give a shout out and a happy birthday to Ellen Dora Davis Winkler. Yeah, she had a long name, but we just called her Grandma Bo. So Grandma Bo, shout out to you. Happy birthday in the ancestral realm. We miss you. We love you. We love you. We love you. I think about you all the time. Continue to watch over me as you have been doing since you joined the ancestors. Honor your ancestors, people. So again, happy birthday, Grandma Bo. All right. As I said before, I hope you had a good weekend. I had a really good one. Chilled on Saturday. And on Sunday, I met up with some friends and we went to an event. And that's what's on the menu today. Black faces in white spaces. So the event that we went to was at a brewery company, and it is owned by white people. But the host for the event was a black man. And from what I learned, they have this event, they call it Soulful Sundays, and they have it the last Sunday of each month. And they've been doing it for almost a year now, or maybe longer, at this establishment. And so it was a really good vibe. They had vendors, they had a food truck, and they had live entertainment, they had a DJ, and the vendors were selling anything from t-shirts to hats and candles and incense and jewelry. And they had infused things like cupcakes and cookies and lemonade. So a real nice vibe. The music was nice. The live entertainment was slamming. I don't remember the young lady's name, but she had a beautiful, beautiful voice. So yeah, it was really, really nice. So as I said, it was owned by a white man, or I don't know if it's a man or woman, but it's a brewery and they don't serve food. So basically it's like a bar. They just serve beer, different, types of beer or different beers. And so white people go to this place probably every day, and it has, it's kind of open space, and they have the tables and the bar and the big screen TVs, so white people can go and drink their beer, watch TV, and strategize about how they're going to keep oppressing black people. I don't know. But when I first got there, it was kind of equal, just as many white people that were there as black people, because they don't open it just for black people on that Sunday. It's open for whoever wants to come and enjoy the event, or just come to the establishment and enjoy the beer. It's open for everybody. But what I did notice was that when the white people were coming in, they went straight to the bar. They didn't go to any of the vendors to support them, to see what they were selling, to buy anything from them. And again, they were selling anything from t-shirts to jewelry to candles and incense and hats and infused things. I did see one white woman go to one of the guys that was there. He was selling infused lemonade, so she did buy that. No surprise there. And I did see quite a few white people go out to the food truck, because it was soul food truck. And so they went there. No surprise there either, because white people love it when black people cook for them. Sometimes that's the only way that they get seasoned food. So yeah, they got the weed and the food. When they went to get the infused lemonade, I guess it made them hungry, so they went and got the food. I don't know. But again, the vendors were not selling things that were just for black people to use. Anyone could have used the things that they were selling. And I just found it really odd that the white people just were not going to go to the vendor table to even see what they were selling. It's not like they were selling washcloths. And it's not like they were selling T-shirts that said reparations now or the N-word or kiss me, I'm black, none of that. And it was warm on yesterday. And so some of them showed up, dressed for the weather. And they came in with their sandals and their flippity flops on. And let me just say that my eye unfortunately caught south of a few of their knees. And a trip to the vendor's table that was selling the shea butter would have done some of them well. And that's all I'm going to say. But it was a good time. Again, a really good vibe. I could see the look on the white people's faces that they weren't too happy about these black faces that was in this white space. Some of them had dogs. For every 5 white people that came in, 4 of them had their dogs. Now, the dogs were very well behaved. I don't think that they brought them in just because black people were going to be there that day. But we do know that back in the day, they did weaponize dogs against black people. Back during slavery, the patty rollers had dogs. And during Jim Crow, the police officers had dogs. And during the civil rights movement, the police officers had dogs. And in the 21st century, the police officers have dogs. And so I don't think that they brought them there yesterday. I don't know. But I digress. So anyway, the event was from 1 to 5. And at like 4:45, you look and you see the vendors starting to wrap stuff up. And they're kind of moving kind of fast. They're wrapping the tape, taking the tablecloths off and bringing their little wagons out and putting stuff in the wagon and just putting stuff away. So what had not been sold by 4:45 wasn't going to get sold that day. And I'm looking around at the white people and they're just kind of strategically placed and they're just kind of watching. So if you look at the thumbnail, you see the movie Get Out. And you see the white people looking at the character in the movie. And that's kind of what it was like. They were strategically placed. And they were just watching these black people pack stuff up. It almost looked like it would become a sundown establishment. Like at 5 o'clock, if all the black people weren't out of the building, then the roof or the ceiling would open up and hoods would come down. Like when you're on a plane, when you hit turbulence and the masks come down, that's what I was thinking was going to happen at 5 o'clock. So I'm looking at my friends and I'm like, yeah, we need to go because I don't know what's going to happen at 5 o'clock. But we were up and out at 5. But I will go back at the end of May when they have the event again. I do plan, me and my friends plan to go back because again, the vibe was just very, very nice. We have to be careful because we really don't own any spaces. We really don't. We have Black Twitter, and that's not our space. We don't own Twitter. Now, there is a portion of Twitter where a lot of black people go to talk and say things, but you can bet your bottom dollar that there are white people in that Black Twitter space. And they are there because sometimes people don't just invite them to the physical cookout, but they invite them to the digital cookout as well. And so we have to be careful with these spaces. We have to be careful going to these spaces by ourselves. Oftentimes we think that there are allies, especially as black women that work in corporate America in the office. Sometimes we're the only black face in that department. And we think Missy Ann is really, really cool because she calls us girl and she keeps bringing us food that we don't want to eat because we know she has dogs. But, we have to be careful because they'll invite you, to go somewhere for the weekend and you don't come back. They at work bright and early Monday morning and nobody knows where you are. We have to be careful. We don't own these spaces. Not even Oprah Winfrey owns the Oprah Winfrey Network. It has her name on it, but she doesn't own it because if Miss Oprah was to step out of line from the powers that be, OWN will no longer be Oprah Winfrey Network. It will be, white people need it. and it'll be theirs. So let's be careful of who we invite where and where we go. Because again, we don't own any spaces. So I just wanted to tell y'all about my weekend and just tell y'all to be careful. So it is, it's almost 11 o'clock. It is way past my bedtime. Good Lord. All right, so y'all have a peaceful, peaceful, peaceful evening. I pray that the universe never takes you to a place where the Most High and the ancestors can't protect you. Honor your ancestors. They will honor you. I promise you. If you call on them, they will answer. I'm not telling you something that I heard. I'm telling you something that I know. I'm not telling you something I believe. I'm telling you something that I know. Until next time, stay black and stay safe. Thank you.